And we're back with more exciting adventures of the Incredible Hokes. I am Chris,
I'm Mark.
coming to you not so live from the new and improved man cave.
Yes.
As you are all aware, we only like two NFL teams, the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. Or you could say Houston Oilers, but that really falls on the Tennessee Titans, but I digress.
Right.
We have a subject about a certain retired individual.
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate?
Tony Romo, Dallas Cowboys, recently retired. He will be going, as everyone knows by now.
Is Romo a Mexican name? Is that like a Latin thing? Is Romo like Latin? What is Romo?
Yeah, he's half Hispanic.
I don't know. I just see him. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, he's half Hispanic.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So it's a Latin-ish name.
Yes.
Romo. Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew what the hell it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe like Romania, like some sort of an Eastern European thing, like Romanian, like Romanian. I don't know. We'll go with.
No, but I see what you mean though. But yeah, but
I don't know.
yeah, he's half Hispanic.
There we are. We wasted all that time. Go ahead.
I think we just had another awkward intro. All right.
That's what we do.
We specialize that. All right. Romo will be going to CBS to be co-anchor now with Jim Nantz. That's their A team for covering football games.
No more Phil Simms and Jim Nantz?
No, it's now going to be Romo and Jim Nantz, and Phil Simms goes to the studio.
I don't know. That's not a good move. That's not a good move.
That's what they're going to do.
Bad. I like Romo as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. But he is not an interesting guy. I'm sorry. He's a great quarterback. He's a good dude. He's not an interesting guy.
Right.
When he talks, I'm not drawn to him or anything like that. He's vanilla, dude. He's a vanilla guy, man. Come on, he is.
Oh, I'm not going to argue. I'm going to hope for his sake that he makes that transition and surprises us like Troy Aikman did. Because people have to remember how Troy Aikman, the player, was and his persona in the 90s was. So when he started going and doing Fox games, we're like, who is this guy? You said this is Troy Aikman. Because he went through such a change. He used to do radio spots. People remember this. Aikman used to do radio spots for Acme Brick. And it was so hysterical because he did it so monotone and wooden. It was funny. And you're like, well, this guy, you're like, he's going on NFL Europe. Well, that's about all he could do. He could never go with the big leagues, but he did, and he does that really well. And so he did grow into it. You better hope that for Romo because he's also very dry.
He ain't an interesting cat at all. He is not. I mean. That's not a reflection of him as a person, or it's definitely not a reflection of him as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. Some people are not engaging when they talk. He is not engaging. Other people are engaging when they talk. Okay.
Well, that's why I like Michael Irvin.
He's engaging.
He's charismatic. He's exciting. He laughs.
Draws you in.
And he's one of those guys. He's spontaneity. That spontaneity that he has.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wish Romo the best of luck with that. But you had more to elaborate.
Well, I'm disappointed the way his retirement announcement
played out.
Yeah, the way that was announced. Instead of doing the full press conference like Troy Aikman did when he retired, Emmitt Smith, others, even DeMarcus Ware came back for the one day as a Dallas Cowboy just this week and did a full press conference and retired. Yeah. And DeMarcus Ware, and it was wonderful to see that.
Right.
Well. Tony Romo, for 11 seasons, you were our franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
We love you, dude. Don't feel like you have to, because Dak's starting, that you have to, sneak out the back door. Don't do that to us. There's no slight from fans, and I think he just quietly wanted to slip away and did a phone. It was a phone conference he did with a few reporters, and that was it. And that was.
Well,
and so I'm disappointed.
Romo, there's been rumors, I don't know if they might be true, that the Cowboys staff and PR and everything else always protected Romo from those type things because he wasn't really good at them, or maybe didn't want to do them.
Right.
So they always sort of shielded him from those things That's the rumor. Has never been the most like eloquent guy in press conferences or
Right.
after the game. I mean, hell, he had to read, and he read it in monotone fashion when he made his statement that he was fully supporting Dak and
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that was you appreciated his words,
Right.
but it wasn't like the most delivered with like it wasn't exactly rousing the way he delivered it.
No.
So I don't think it's his MO to be. I think you can take that and connect that with the hosting duties. He sucks at all that stuff. That's the reason why I don't know how you put him on the A team with Jim Nance. That's your Super Bowl crew.
Well, he was an outstanding.
Wow.
He was an outstanding football player, but CBS has taken a gamble.
Oh man.
As far as his hosting, because everything we've seen with him over the years, he's not a dynamic speaker. He's just not. And I'm just wondering how that's going to play out. That's.
I know people get. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I definitely don't want to don't people get the wrong impression. I like Romo.
Yeah.
I think he's a good dude.
Oh yeah.
He was a great quarterback, a really good quarterback.
Yes.
So please don't take it down short of besmirching his whole character. He just got this one thing he ain't too good at, and that's public engagement, speaking. Wow, I did not know it until this very moment that he was taking the A crew.
And him and Jason Garrett, at least the perception were like really close.
Mm-hmm.
And that supposedly now that when Garrett, decided to stay with Dak, that fractured that friendship.
It did.
And that's what's being reported, or the rumor at least.
Okay.
And I thought, well, if that is true, then that's probably why he didn't want to do the full press conference, because of course the head coach is going to be there too, and that would have been awkward. And he didn't, if he's not getting along with Garrett right now, maybe it might be one reason why he said no on the press conference.
Any leadership role requires a certain amount of ego. You can't be president if you don't have enough ego to say, hey, I can be president. You can't be a filmmaker or a film director if you don't have enough ego to say, I can tell all these rich actors how to do their job and get a movie made. So to be the face of the Dallas Cowboys requires a certain amount of ego.
Yeah.
So to publicly lose that position, no matter what the circumstances, is going to bruise that ego. So I'm sure he's going to have to go through some processes here. And I'm sure 5-10 years from now, he'll do the whole, hey, I'm in the Ring of Honor, and hugging Jason Garrett and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just now might not be the time for.
It's an open wound right now. Is what it is.
Yeah. So, but I know, man, I can't believe you've seen total on-air shock. That's a genuine shock on my part. I had no idea he was doing.
Oh, you didn't know about the CBS thing?
I knew. No, I knew he was doing CBS. I didn't know he was doing A Crew with Jim Nance.
He is literally retiring and going right to the top of the class. Supposedly there was numerous people at CBS that had been there for years file complaints with the execs going, what is this? I've been here for 10 years, and this man who's never been an analyst, never worked for your network, and he's already going with the A team.
Well,
so there is a little bit of friction there at CBS.
That's irrelevant to me because this is about ratings.
Sure, that's a good point.
Yeah. Some career broadcaster getting their feelings hurt. That's irrelevant. They just got to take one for the team. This is about ratings and advertising dollars and things like that. So that person just screw that. That's just not the way the world works.
Right.
I just have a problem sticking him on the A crew when he's not known for. He's not engaging.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. I have no problem being on CBS.
What
I have no problem being on air talent. I have no problem being somewhat featured. But your absolute A team that would call the Super Bowl, wow. That I find shocking.
Yeah, you don't see him sell a lot of merchandising. You know, I mean, other than him doing a couple of those SportsCenter commercials. He did a few of those.
Brady's not engaging. When he talks,
right.
he's kind of a dorky sounding voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got kind of a dorky sounding voice. He's got a gee golly gosh kind of a thing going. So he looks engaging. Brady's got an engaging look. Like he's done like this modeling things, and he totally fits the bill for that.
Sure.
Peyton Manning, however, is engaging. He's got the southern drawl and whatnot, but he's alive. He's vibrant. There's color in those eyes.
Yeah.
And when he speaks, he's humorous, and
he
meets you on certain multiple levels. You can tell he's smart. You can tell he's self-deprecating. I screwed that word up. Self-deprecating. He's got multiple layers going there, so he's engaging.
Yes.
You know, Tom Brady, not so much.
And there's a long line of like Hall of Fame players who retired, tried to go to the booth and washed out. Joe Montana was terrible. I think he lasted, I don't think more than one season. He was just not good.
He sucked. I remember that.
And then Emmett, I think, lasted 3.
Yeah.
Like, I think 1 at ESPN and 2 at NFL Network. I think is how it went.
And then you take the players who were like not that great, and they're like really good on there. Like in baseball, was the guy Bob Uecker or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was engaging as hell. He was funny and
right,
bright, and he how he acted and whatnot.
Well, Babe Laufenberg, he's been doing the radio
He's
analyst for the Cowboys for 20 years plus.
He's engaging.
And he was just a journeyman quarterback, but he was built. He was made to be an analyst. He's terrific.
Marcus Mariota for Tennessee, my team, Tennessee. When he speaks, he's dry and boring.
Yeah, he's not.
He just tells you the pat cliche answer that he's supposed to tell you.
Right.
And so that's. I just don't want people to think it's in any way sort of bagging on somebody.
Right.
I think that's very typical because these are athletes. They're not trained broadcasters or entertainers.
It was just weird how that came out because there was like for a month of silence. Well, we're entertaining trades for Romo, and you're like, okay.
The whole thing is weird.
And then suddenly,
there's a whole story behind all that we don't know yet.
Oh yeah.
And it probably involves the mafia. It probably involves interdimensional beings. It probably involves a host of shenanigans that maybe they'll make in a Coen Brothers movie someday.
Yes, the true meaning of the song Whip Nay Nay, all those kind of mysteries.
And with Whip Nay Nay, what do?
Silencio.